Hey, what's going on, Sagittarius? Thanks so much for watching. Welcome to January 2019. We made it to the new year. And bringing in the new year, I'm excited to introduce to you guys a brand new series to the channel called Separation Station. The focus here is where we'll take a look at your love and separation status and see if there's any hope for reconciliation. We'll definitely read the energies for that, okay? To see if reconciliation is on the table or if it's not on the table, okay? Keep in mind these energies will not resonate for everyone. The energies could be interchangeable as well. So this could resonate to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, as well as cross-watcher. If you're feeling like you need to, if you're feeling like you want to cross-watch for a particular person, this could resonate for you as well. So let's take a look and see what energy is for Sagittarius and what energy is for their person or their cross-watcher. For love and reconciliation. So on this side, we have it's safe for you to love. And on their side, let's see. Or on the other side. So they got two cards. They got playfulness and they got give your relationship a chance. Okay. So I'm looking at this, Sagittarius, and okay. So I feel like there's if this is you, Sagittarius, or if this is whoever this is on this side, I feel like one person is definitely looking at the situation like they may have noticed like a lot of red flags here. They may have like really felt like maybe they were doing things a little bit too fast. They were opening their heart a little bit too fast in this relationship, or maybe they felt like as though they were being the one that was always doing the work in the relationship, and for whatever reason they just didn't feel that it was comfortable to continue to do that. Like they felt like it's just they felt the need to protect their heart in a way. Now and we'll get into that later with the tarot. We'll see how that plays out. Now with the other side here, they have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, and give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So I feel like this other person on the other side, Sagittarius, I feel like they're trying to be really creative here in the midst of the separation by like they're trying to get your attention. I feel like they're trying to coax you back in by, just showing a more playful side for themselves, like a less serious side of themselves. Like they definitely want to work on this particular partnership with you. They really feel that, and they're doing things like outside of maybe the normal of what they used to do in order to like help you understand that it definitely is safe for you to love. But let's take a look further and see, Sagittarius, what the tarot has to add here. What other messages do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watcher in this matter here that we have? Okay. So yeah, you have the Fool card. They have the Two of Wands. So I feel like it's at a certain point, someone felt as though again, yeah, they were going all in. That they were going really fast. They were really opening their heart up. They really have like this. Maybe they felt as though they were burned in the past because they were, a little bit too innocent. They were a little bit too naive, right? And on the other side, though, I feel like this person leading up to this point, so at some point in their life or possibly in the past with this relationship, I feel as though they failed to see something. I feel as though they, or maybe they feel right now, or at some point they felt as though like I just really feel like they love you with no conditions. Let me get that out. I just feel like they love you with no conditions. They have this. It's like they have this. Let me just say this. It's like you both have this blind faith towards each other, right? Because you have your eyes closed here, but you're actually moving. They have their eyes closed here, but at the same time, it's because they are just really up in the air with what is going to happen next. And with the Two of Swords, they're definitely up in the air with what's going to happen next because they're waiting on you to make a move. Your move begats their move in a way. with the Two of Swords here. So it's like they're really just playing on you. They're really waiting on the next move that you're going to make. But the way that things are both looking at it here is like the both of you really need to open up your eyes. Or better yet, it's like the both of you didn't even see the separation coming. Maybe you saw it coming a little bit, but I don't think they did. But I think that they're willing to wait, though. Or they were willing to wait. Let's see how else this shakes out. Get some more information, please. Okay, so the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you really just don't know what to do at this point. You feel like, again, you're blindfolded, right? So, and then now we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands did fly out here in reverse. So right now, yeah, Sagittarius, I just feel as though right now you really don't know exactly what you want to do, right? It almost feels like you're trapped within your own emotions and within your own mind. It's like you're having this conflict between your head and your heart. Like your head is telling you, no, 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 no. No, your head may be telling you one thing and your heart is telling you something completely different. It's almost like where you were so ready and eager to get into something at this point right now in the separation, you just don't know what to do because you don't want to run into any issues. You don't want to run into any red flags. But the thing about it is, again, you're blindfolded, right? So you have to open your eyes. Now, this person here, again, they were blindfolded. They were waiting on you. But with the King of Wands here on the other side, I do feel like during the separation point right now, they probably are seeing other people. This could be them. This is fire sign energies. Could be Sagittarius energies. So this could represent them just kind of, they could be going off, seeing other people. Like they could be just really contemplating the situation. Like, well, you know, I'm really trying to remain positive. I really do want to give this relationship a chance. But we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. And at some point, I feel like they take off their blindfold and they really see, they really see like the type of situation that they're in, and the way that they decide to deal with it could possibly be by, starting other things with other people, or at least contemplating doing that. Like they're in this area where they're like, okay, nothing's moving, so what do I want to do? They could be possibly thinking of every reason to be separate and single right now. But they don't know what to do either. Neither one of you want to do anything, but neither one of you know what to do, but I feel like they have more potential of actually, Sagittarius, like one person here in the separation, and I don't feel like it's the person who called it off. Okay? The other person who was told that they need space, like the other person who was told, right? Like they are now like, okay, they're in a situation where, they might be getting attention from other people. But they don't necessarily know what to do. They can see themselves doing it. I feel like they can imagine themselves doing it, but they don't necessarily know what they want to do. You don't know what you want to do, but it comes from a place of you just being triggered. So let's see what the future energy looks like here for Sagittarius. This is deep. What are the possible future energies here for Sagittarius and their person? Please let us know. Please spit it out for us. Please tell us. Oh, okay. You guys got some extra cards. So we got the Emperor. We got the Nine of Swords. We got the Emperor. We got the Nine of Swords. We got the Tower and the Chariot. Okay, so, and I am going to look at these too, because I feel like usually, oh my God. We're going to look at this too. We are, but let me deal with this. So, okay, Sagittarius, I just feel as though, yeah, at some certain point, you definitely begin to like really regain control, like you kind of regain your bearings a little bit and you really know exactly what it is that you want to do. With the Nine of Swords here, on their side or on this other side, I just kind of feel like this person begins to get worried, because they, like I said, they may or may not be acting on any other outside attention that they could possibly be receiving. However, it's fucking up their mind a little bit, and it's like, okay, you didn't want me, now you want me. Now, how am I supposed to think about this? You know what I mean? So it really does put a lot of worry on them. But then I do feel like with the Tower card here, and then with the Chariot, I feel like there's just this one. I feel like you guys possibly end up reconciling, but then something happens again that is just so shattering to the point to where they just go for good, Sagittarius. So I feel like this is definitely kind of like a breakup to make up, but like a breakup again so far. And it's only because, like I said, maybe they just had a little bit too much time to think and ponder on all their options. And when you really finally decide what it is that you want, then it becomes like a situation to them where they have a lot to think about and a lot to ponder over. And then they just eventually end up moving on because, I feel like also in the midst of that, if you do guys get back together, in the midst of that, there could be another situation popping up. And this Tower could have something to do with all these cards that I'm about to lay out. So we got the Moon, we got the King of Pentacles, we got the Ten of Wands, the Three of Cups, and then the Queen of Swords, rounding everything off at the end. So with all of that information coming out at the end, I just really feel like, first of all, I just really feel like this is like going to end up being like an off and on type of thing between the both of you. This possibly would not be the first separation, or it has not been the first separation, and won't be the last. Okay. So I do feel like, the energy kind of shifts in a little bit, where as far as, you were a little bit unsure and they were very sure. Well, then now they've had a lot of time. So now that you are sure, and now that you're, really being assertive about what it is that you want, it's causing them like to be a little bit unsure, to be a little bit imbalanced with their thinking, because, now they have more other things to worry about. They were just almost getting to the point that we're about to get over you. Right. But now they have to stress about you again. But then something else happens with the Tower and they can just completely move on. And then with the Moon and the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, I just feel like, this could just speak to more energy as far as you guys actually coming back together. There could be some things that you might find out afterwards again that you didn't know, or they might find out some things that they didn't know afterwards, but I don't feel like they're going to be moved by it. Okay. I still feel like they have the energy of like facing away from the situation. I do feel like in the end for you, Sagittarius, it ends up being a lot more burdensome for you to be with the back and forth energy. I feel like they completely end up getting over it with the Three of Cups here. But eventually somebody completely ends it and cuts it off for good. So this actually may play out for some of you over a course of a few extra months here, not just talking about January. But I feel like there's some get back together to break back up, or there's more information that you find out once you two actually do end things for good. Like there's more things that actually end up coming out. So yeah, reconciliation, as far as I see it, Sagittarius, I do see it happening. I do see the possibility of a reconciliation happening, but I don't feel like it's going to last that long. I feel like it's just going to be something else that arises that's going to cause you guys to separate again and possibly make up again and separate again. But eventually somebody gets tired of that back and forth, and I think it ends up being the both of you. Like you get tired of having to go through all the emotions of it, and they just feel like it ends. I just feel like they end up feeling like it's just a nuisance. And they're, eventually once everything is ended, you feel a burden off of your shoulders. The both of you do, but you more so feel like it's a weight off of your shoulders. And then they feel like they just feel the need to just celebrate. So your best path to move forward is the sun. Your perseverance is rewarded. They have the dagger. Conflict and danger lie in wait. Okay. So I feel like with the sun here, your best path to follow when it says your perseverance is rewarded. This is a real life. I really feel like this is um, the sun card for me in any deck. I just really feel as though the sun card is very warm. It's very enlightening. This is to remind you that, you know what, you're still human. You still feel sensations. Okay. And there's going to be situations where you don't know everything, because now you have the sun and the moon on your side. So there's going to be situations where you definitely don't know everything. However, you do take what you do know and you apply it. Okay. And once you move forward, yeah, you might not have it all figured out. You may not have it all figured out, but if you continue to persevere, you definitely will be rewarded. Okay? On their end, now they have the dagger. It says conflict and danger lie in wait. Okay? So for them, I think what they have to decide, or what they have to pay attention to here, is they can't allow themselves to be so, I don't want to say manipulated, but they can't allow themselves to be so affected. Okay, because the initial separation affected them to the point to where they were willing to sit there and wait on you, but then you had them waiting so long that then they started to consider stepping out and looking at their options. Then you wanted them back, so then now that pushed them right back into the position they were in with the Nine of Swords, where they just don't know what to do. They're stressed. Don't stress them out. I don't know what else to say. This is a lot of information, you guys. It's a lot. I just feel like it's going to be a lot to deal with. Like, a lot to deal with. So, Sagittarius, take that however that applies for you. I don't, when it says danger, I don't necessarily feel like you're in danger. But I do necessarily feel like this just does mean that you do have to pay attention. Like, pay attention to the things that are actually going on here, because, you know, you may definitely want to give this relationship a chance for sure, but I don't think that this other person on the other side they don't necessarily feel that they can really open up to you that much. And of course, that's going to lead them to going back and forth with it, on and on. It's going to be on and on, back and forth with them thing for a minute, until they begin to see things a lot more clearly. And that's something that you can really avoid, is what the dagger is telling me there for this other person on the other side here. So, yeah, that's a lot of information, Sagittarius. But let me know how it works out for you guys in the description box. You know, I love to hear your comments. I love your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. You can watch me live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go live talking about the singles. It's basically the singles love and romance reading. It's all live. It's all signs. It's face to face. It's very interactive. It's very fun. So we'll get messages about who's next in the lineup for you, Sagittarius, and who is, you know, what you're doing to work your way towards them. Now, if you miss me on Wednesday, you can also catch me every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live, where I will give you the messages for the upcoming weekend, okay? And again, it's very face-to-face, it's very interactive, it's very fun and engaging. So you guys, I do appreciate you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that. Just email me, LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. You guys have a wonderful rest of your January. I'll see you guys later.